Hey Nolan, it's great to be back with you.
Hey Amelia, how are you?
Doing great, thank you. You have succeeded in setting up your field and your aircraft, and you've calibrated and you have set your physics, so you are ready to fly. Um, on your radio transmitter, there are two sticks. There's a left stick and a right stick, and the left stick is in zero position, 0%. If you were to, don't do this, but if you were to throw that stick forward, it would go to 100% and your plane would be moving very fast. That's your throttle. The left stick is your throttle. It's also your rudder. And let's talk about those surfaces in just a minute, what the surfaces are that control the airplane. What I'd like you to do is throttle up to about 10% and bring the aircraft right in front of you so we can see it, and then shut your throttle back off. So slowly throttle up. And then shut it down. Woo, a little too far. That's okay. What we're going to do is
Yeah,
just have you
that,
reset. That's all right.
yeah,
Just
there's some
reset.
lag with it.
That's okay. Just stop and reset. Now you know how that throttle works. It's very sensitive. So about 10, 20% should be enough just to bring it up to you and then shut it back off. There you go. Bring it right directly perpendicular to you. Excellent. Right there. That's great. All right. Perfect. Now we can see the surface as well. There's a right stick and a left stick on your radio transmitter. The first thing we want to do is exercise the right stick to the right and to the left. This is the longitudinal axis. So take your right stick and move it to the right and then to the left. And notice that the ailerons, the surfaces on the wings, go up and down. Now push it to the right and hold it. Push it to the right and hold it. Now on your aircraft, on the right wing, if you were the pilot in the cockpit, on the right wing, did the aileron go up or down?
Aileron went up, looking at the right wing.
That's correct. And on the left wing, did it go up or down?
It went down.
That's right. So when a aileron goes down, it produces lift, and when an aileron goes up, it decreases lift. Therefore, the airplane would bank to the right. You push the stick to the right, the aileron went up, the aircraft banks to the right. Good job. Go ahead and put your right stick back in neutral. And a lot of people think that flying is using that right stick, but it's really, that's one of the last things you do to correct the turn. There is another feature on the right stick. If you push the right stick forward and backwards, you'll notice the elevator at the end of the plane goes up and down. So push it forward and hold it. Now you push the elevator stick forward. What did the tail do? Did it go up or down?
Tail went down.
That's right. Did it create lift or did it drop? Did it drop the tail?
It created lift for the tail.
That's right. It created lift. The tail went up. So what did the nose do when the tail went up?
The nose will dive, so it will
The,
decrease in altitude.
That's right. Just like in a yoke in an airplane, if you push the yoke forward, the nose would go down. Or if you pulled the yoke backwards, the nose of the aircraft would go up. So that is the correct designation. Good job. Good job. Go ahead and put it back in neutral. And you notice that that stick will always return to neutral when you release it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the throttle, it varies from 0 to 100%. So like I said, if we threw that throttle 100% forward, that plane's going to start moving. But let's talk about another feature on that throttle, the left stick. Move the left stick right and left without pushing the throttle forward. That's that's the rudder, like a rudder on a ship. Now, the rudder moves in the same direction as the stick does. So push your rudder to the right and notice that the front wheel moved with the rudder. So it's like the plane bent around a pole. So move it to the left now, and the front wheel turns to the left, and the rudder turns to the left, and it's gone the other direction. The rudder is the only way to steer on the ground. You cannot steer with the ailerons. The right stick doesn't help steer at all when you're on the ground. The only steering mechanism you have on the ground is the rudder and the front wheel. So it's important that not only on the ground we use the rudder, but in the sky we use the rudder. The rudder stabilizes the aircraft before a turn. So, Nolan, you're an aircraft pilot. You are a manned aircraft pilot. And when you're going into a turn, do you bank first or do you rudder first?
Always lead with your rudder.
That's right. You always lead with your rudder. And it's the same with these hobby aircraft as well. So we're going to teach rudder control first. We're going to fly with mostly the throttle and the rudder until you get so comfortable with the controls of the airplane on the left stick. Later on, we'll add banking. We'll add banking with the ailerons, but not in the beginning. So if you want to go ahead and reset, and I'm just going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to throttle up to 70%, and you're going to take your right stick back just a tiny bit, and you're going to take off. You're going to fly straight ahead to the mountains to the first grid line, and then you're going to do a 180-degree turn and fly to that mountain up there in the right-hand side where the grid line is. You're going to fly down that direction. When we see 3 trees, 1, 2, 3 trees pop up, you'll turn around and make a 180-degree turn and come back and land on the other runway. So we're going to take off on this runway. We're going to land on the other runway. So go ahead and throttle up to 70%. Use your right stick to pull back the nose and get altitude, take off. Good. Remember, you're going to only steer with your left stick. So about that altitude, you're going to steer with your left stick, keeping your nose levels. There you go. You pulled the right stick back. Now you're making a 180-degree turn and you're perpendicular to yourself. You are flying perpendicular to yourself. You can even correct a little bit to the left. So left stick left, please. There you go. That's nice and that's enough. That's enough. Not too much, not too much. There you go. You're flying perpendicular to yourself. You're flying down to that mountain. There you are. You're headed that direction. And when we see 3 trees show up in the background, you're going to make a nice slow 180-degree turn and you're going to land on that runway with the orange lights, guide lights there. I see 1 tree. Second tree is coming up real soon. Be prepared. There's your second tree. And your third tree is coming up real soon. You make that now, go ahead and make a 180-degree turn. Turn the aircraft so that the blue nose points right to your nose. Turn it right to your nose. There you go. You notice, I know it seems strange. You can barely see a dot in the background. The aircraft is coming. You've just leveled your plane now that your elevator is in line with the nose. I see your airplane's coming. And you're going to attempt to fly over the orange obstructions there with blue lights on them. But your throttle is only at 50%. So just be careful. You may come in too slow. You may actually crash into those barriers. Yeah, you're just a little slow. You're at 40% now. So, and your left stick needs to go right to pull that aircraft towards your body. So we missed the runway a little bit. Your left stick. Waha! Very good. Hey, what's nice about this sport is you can crash and start all over. Go ahead and hit the reset button.
All right.
Your left stick is guiding you, is flying for you. It's actually giving you direction. And when the aircraft is too far away, think of your body as pulling the left stick towards your body to get the aircraft to come a little closer to you. So let's do that again. Let's take off again. You did great. You did an excellent takeoff, and you were able to turn and make a perpendicular flight pattern. And you're at 60, 70% throttle, which is good. That's about right. We're not going to fly any higher than that grid line. So you want to bring your altitude back down again using your stick. Now you're pointing too close to yourself. You got to left stick right, left stick right, left stick right, left stick right, left stick right. Good. That just a little bit. Left stick left, just a little bit now. Perpendicular. Left stick left, just a little bit. Don't lose too much altitude. There you go. Hold your altitude there. And we're going to wait for the 3 trees. Just hang tight. Now you're floating just fine. You're flying just fine. There's 1 tree. There's the second tree. And there's your third tree. Go ahead and make a 180-degree turn, keeping your altitude steady, and point the blue nose towards your nose. And you are in line for the guidepost with the blue lights. We do not want to land on the runway in front of us. We want to land. Notice your nose is going up. There you go. Now you've leveled out. Good. Good. All right, you're coming in. Now you're lined up really well with the other runway. Excellent. And if you feel the aircraft is too far away, you pull the left stick towards you. If it's too close, you push it away from you. Good. Now you can cut your throttle to 100%. Cut it down to 0. There you go. Come on in. Pull your right stick back just a wee bit and land. There you go. Whee! Good job. And remember, we use the left stick to help us steer. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Excellent. How'd that feel?
It's good. It was awesome.
Excellent. So when you're, go ahead and hit reset and look at your airplane. Your airplane is coming towards you, but think of yourself in the cockpit. Think of yourself in the cockpit of that airplane. And you look out to the right wing and push your left stick right. So you get your rudder to bring your aircraft to you. That's right. So if your aircraft is too far away, you will think of that right wing as wanting to come closer to you. You'll push your left stick right. That is correct. It's odd. Students have to learn backwards and forwards, and so I would say left stick right to bring the aircraft to you. That's right. Or left stick left to make the aircraft go away from you. That's right. That's correct. All right. Nolan, this is a fun thing to do, and it kind of helps students get a sense of strength and courage. I'm going to actually ask you to take off and do a 270-degree turn and fly straight back into your face. Okay? I want you to hit yourself in the face with this aircraft, all right? This is really weird, but I want you to do it. So take off like you did before. Go down the end of the runway. Excellent. And when you get up to the grid line, I want you to turn around, do a 270-degree turn, and come right back into your own face. There you go. Now I want you to try to hit yourself right between the eyes. It's hard to do because now you have to think backwards. Excellent, excellent. Oh, trick. I didn't tell you that trick. The trick is when you get through on the other side, you're going to have to pull that right stick back and make it over that park zone sign. So let's do that again. That's kind of fun. Let's see. This time you're going to do the exact same thing. You did a great job flying it right into your eyes. You don't want to fly it above your head or below your head. You want right into your eyes. But as soon as you get through your head, you're going to have to pull that right stick back and fly.
So Peter, I hear you left your friend.
All right, we're coming back here.
Yep.
Forward nose.
One next side.
All right, here we go. You're going to hit yourself right in the eyes and pull your right stick back. There you go. Good job. All right, let's have some free flight. Let's go out there and fly free. Fly to the right and get to the open space. And I want you to go ahead and use the right stick. You're always going to lead with the left stick, but use the right stick to help make some turns. So how about some figure eights? Just have a little fun out there. Let's just do some figure eights. You notice you lead with the right stick, lead with the left stick. You're going to lead with the rudder. And then you're going to use your right stick to help you bank and control the nose. Nice turns. These are nice turns. Beautiful turns. Yeah, free flight's important. We teach you to take off and land, Yes, but we must get you into free flight as soon as possible.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Can you tell me, are you climbing or falling?
I was climbing, now I'm falling.
Yeah. It's always the tail nose orientation that tells you if you're climbing or falling. And so we think about that. And in the early stages, it's hard to control all three or all six uh, degrees of freedom. Roll, pitch, and yaw. Roll left, roll right. Pitch forward, pitch backwards, pitch up and down, excuse me. And then rudder left and right. It's hard to control all six, but in time you get better at it. And we always look at the tail, the elevator and nose orientation to see if we're climbing or falling. If the two are level, we're probably flying level. If the nose is down, then we're probably falling. Just for fun, Nolan, get really close to the ground with this aircraft and notice that the binoculars will change colors. Get to the ground. Notice it's green. Now go up to the sky again. Take out. There you go. And notice it gets light again. That's right. That binoculars is telling you your altitude.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. So, all right. So you need to practice your takeoff and landings, flying around free flight, adding your right stick to help you bank. Let's take an opportunity to look at some of the challenges that are available. There's one challenge in particular that I like students to try when they're learning to fly.
All right, would you like me to press the reset button on the aircraft so we're back on the ground?
To do that, you want to cut your throttle, then hit reset. Cut your throttle, hit reset. There
All
you
right.
go. Yep. You always, we say, when you come to the stop sign, you take your foot off the gas pedal. So we always have to teach to take the foot off the gas pedal.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's go up to challenges. And I'd like you to choose the balloon burst. Select a challenge. I'd like you to choose balloon burst. There you go. Choose level 1, please. Excellent. And fly. Now this is going to take you to a different field, of course. This is Castle high definition. But the goal of this is for you to take off and fly to that balloon. You'll have no AFS technology to help you. So you're really going to be flying free. So go ahead and hit begin. And you're going to take off. Oh, it looks like you're in a mode with someone else.
No, I think that's my past flights that I've done in here.
Okay, there you go. Good job. Balloon burst 1. Wow, that only took you 8 seconds. Excellent. Let's go up to the next level. Now you'll get to fly and hit 2. All right,
All right, ready to begin?
please. I see 2 balloons. So you're going to go after one, then turn around and get the other. Excellent. All right, good job. Excellent, excellent. All right, just for a moment, to get back to where we were before, choose level select. Level
Ma'am.
select. Choose to get back.
All right.
Yeah, to get back to the original, you need to choose level select and then back. Choose back. And that should take you out of and then X out of the challenges. Excellent. So this takes us to a different airfield, but it puts us back in the Next Star EP. So you can play here and play in this arena, but for your takeoff and landings, you'll always want to go back to the flight school high definition in the Sierra Nevada. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good job on this lesson. Let's go ahead and stop here and keep flying.
Awesome.